Happy Friday, everybody. I'm meteorologist Ben Dery, and what a soaker of a Friday it has been so far. We saw heavy rain and thunderstorms this morning. We did briefly see some flash flooding concerns in parts of Le Sueur, Sibley, and Nicollet County, but those alerts have been allowed to expire as the rainfall rates are starting to drop off a little bit. We haven't seen a whole lot of thunder activity over the last 5-6 hours or so, but the light and steady rain will continue for the better part of this afternoon. But because the rainfall rates are dropping, the flood risk is actually decreasing as well. So that's good news as well. Still need to use caution out on the roadways this afternoon. And it looks like by the time we get into the evening commute, we'll start to see things dry out around the Twin Cities and a little earlier for areas further north. By the way, speaking of wet weather, take a look. Official. It's a record rainfall day. Today, so far, at least as of about 1 o'clock this afternoon, Twin Cities did set a daily record for rainfall. 1.36 inches of rain has fallen today, beating out the previous record that was set just 2 years ago. Not only a record rainfall day today, but this is the wettest day of the year so far, going all the way back to January 1st. How about that? We're living it right now. We did see some impressive rainfall totals further south, where some locations in and around the Le Sueur area, Brownton, Henderson, picked up nearly a half a foot of rainfall, and we're still seeing some rain showers out there this afternoon. New Prague picking up about 4.5 inches, Belle Plaine about 2.25, and the further north you go, the lighter the rainfall totals that we did see, but still pretty impressive and still very much needed. Southwestern parts of the metro picking up about 1 inch to 1.25 inches. Northeast metro locations picking up between 1/2 inch and about 3/4 inch of rainfall. So yes, significant, and considering we haven't had a whole lot of rainfall over the last several weeks, this is very much needed, and the fact that it's not coming in bursts, it's that gentle soaking rain. It really does some positive things for lake levels, for soil moisture, for drought considerations. Your lawn is happy, your garden is happy as well. This was very much needed. Now, this was radar estimates of our 24-hour precip. There's MSP, or there's the Twin Cities, I should say, right there. There's the Minnesota River Valley, and notice the higher rainfall totals were basically along and just north of the Minnesota River Valley. Widespread 2 to 4 inches of rain have been recorded so far, and again, we continue to see the rain come down right now. Not coming down in buckets, but now that this system is starting to mature a little bit, as this low pressure system down to our south is starting to tighten up, we're noticing the wind starting to ramp up as well. So a gusty northeasterly breeze, even though we're seeing lighter rainfall totals, it feels like the system is kind of strengthening as we're seeing sustained winds between 15 and 25 miles per hour. So that's from pretty gusty wind. And again, the rain showers are likely going to continue through most of this afternoon. You can see the northern edge of this system. Notice the rain shower is already starting to taper there. So as that low pressure system continues to mature and work its way across far northeastern Iowa, we'll notice the rain showers gradually taper from north to south through the rest of the day today. So that's exactly what Microcast has in store for us. This is 5 p.m. this evening. So again, right during the heart of the evening rush, you could see areas north of the Twin Cities seeing drier conditions. Still raining further south, but again, a much lighter rate than what it was earlier this morning. You can see the rain continues to taper through this evening, and once we get into tonight, the rain basically ends entirely. After midnight, we will see a clearing trend take place, and that clearing trend will take us into a pretty stellar weekend. So far in recent memory, all the weekends have either been too hot, too smoky, or just not super pleasant, super humid as well. And this weekend is basically going to be none of those. We do expect to see a good amount of sunshine, minimal smoke in our forecast as well. And it does look like we'll see lots of sunshine and reasonable humidity. The rain is perfect for the drought monitor right now. The exception, of course, is far northern Minnesota, which basically missed out on this entire rainfall event. And that's a deepening drought, especially over Lake and Cook County, now entering that severe drought category. Twin Cities now in that moderate drought. So this was just what the doctor ordered. And according to all Minnesota dads, you walk outside and you see that rain, you go, we really did need this rain. We absolutely did. Here's your weekend getaways forecast. If you are getting out of Dodge, today is about as wet as it gets. Once we get into Saturday and Sunday, the sunshine returns. So pretty nice weekend. And I think the rainfall we see today will be a pretty distant memory. And what's kind of nice too is all that rain is soaking into the soil. So it's not running off like a typical thunderstorm. It's soaking in and should hold that moisture for at least a while. Here's your weekend forecast for the Twin Cities specifically, clearing out for Saturday. Still a bit hazy from some distant wildfires in in the Pacific Northwest, but not enough to affect our air quality in any way, which is good news there. Just some hazy sunshine and more or less seasonal temperatures. But for today, boy, it is wet out there. The climate data will say our high temperature today was 76 degrees. That was just after midnight last night. We're going to stay basically in the 60s through the rest of the day. Much cooler than the 90-degree heat we saw basically all of this week. And you can see the warmest part of the state, actually northern Minnesota, where it's not raining and temperatures grazing near 80 degrees up along the international border. Meanwhile, areas further south are basking in the 60s for temperatures. So quite a temperature difference there. Just depends on sunshine and rain chances. Here's the rest of your forecast. Today is as busy as it gets. We clear out over the weekend, and it looks like that nice weather will continue for a good chunk of next week. Next chance for rain is on Tuesday. Some spotty showers possible with a weak frontal system passing. Otherwise, it's a pretty uneventful forecast.